children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class we are going to start a new chapter from our subject mathematics, that is geometry. What is our chapter's name? It is geometry. And what is a learning checklist? To identify angles in different objects and figures, to identify parts of an angle and different types of angles, to measure the given angles using a protractor, and to identify different parts of a circle. So these are what we'll be learning in our chapter. We learn about the angles, different types of angles, how to measure the angles, and also we'll learn about the different parts of a circle. Now, a point determines an exact location. Now, before starting with our chapter, let us revise the basics of geometry that we have already learnt in the previous classes, like in your 4th standard and 3rd standard. What are they? A point determines an exact location. It is shown by a capital letter. Example, point K is denoted as. This is the point and this is the name of the point, that is K. Line segment. Line segment connects two endpoints. Example, line segment AB. A line extends on both sides endlessly. Example, line LM. What are they saying? What is this? We have learnt about already three. What are those three that we have learnt? We have learnt about what is a line. We have learnt about a line segment, and also we have learnt about point. What is point, children? Point helps us to determine an exact location. When I say, can you point out the question, or when we point our finger to something, we use our index finger for pointing, right? When we point, we show the exact location. So point here helps us to determine the exact location. This is a point. And how do we denote the point? How do we name a point? We name a point using a capital letter. So for example, G. This is a point and I have named it as G. So I'll write it as point G. It will be written as point G. Point gives us the exact location. Now moving on to line segment. Segment is nothing but a part, children. So line segment is a part of a line. Line segment is a part of a line. It has two endpoints. Line segment has two endpoints. For example, these two are our endpoints. When I join these two endpoints, this will be my line segment. We cannot increase the length of the line segment. It is fixed. It is fixed. And again, there are 2 points here, so we can name those points using capital letters. So this line segment AB, this is our line segment AB. It is having 2 endpoints. And how do we denote the line segment AB? We write both the endpoints, and on the endpoints we draw a line. So this is nothing but line segment AB. Whenever you have something like this, you have to read it as line segment AB. Now coming to line. Line is something that has no endpoints. Line is something that has no endpoints. Line can extend on both the sides. See, for example, this is our line segment. Yes or no, it is having two endpoints. But if I can extend this line segment on both the sides, then it will be called as my line. See here. Are you able to see? LM. If we had only this much, it would have been a line segment. But now what do we have? We are having an extension. We are having an arrow. Here arrow indicates that we can extend. That means we can increase the length of the line to how much ever we want. So line extends on both sides endlessly. Endlessly means it is not limited. It is not fixed. If you take only this LM, it will be a line segment. But when I can extend it on both the sides, like if I place arrows like this, it will become my line LM. And how do we denote it? We write the endpoints L and M, and above the endpoints we draw something like this, a line with two arrows on both the sides. This is read as line LM. I hope this is clear, children. The three basic concepts of geometry. What are they? A point, line segment, and a line. Now coming to ray. What is this ray? Have you ever watched the beautiful sun rays falling on you during sunrise or sunset? What do you mean by a ray? Yes, we say sun rays. See here, whenever the sun is rising or setting, that is early in the morning and early in the evening, we can see the sun rays coming out. We call them as sun rays. We know sun rays. We know what is a sun. Yes, this is the sun here. Now what about this thing? What is this ray? Ray is not in geometry. A ray is a part of a line. It has an endpoint on one side and extends indefinitely on the other side. It is denoted by the endpoint and any other point on the ray. The symbol used for ray is this arrow mark. What are they saying? If we take this sun rays for example, we can say that, what can we say? The ray is starting from here and moving upwards. The ray is starting from the sun and it is spreading in all the directions indefinitely. There is no limit. It can go very far. Yes or no? What can we observe? The sun ray is starting from the sun and it is going in all the directions indefinitely. So here sun is the end point and on the other side it has no end point. It has a arrow mark, which means that it can extend indefinitely. So what is a ray? First, for line segment we saw that it has two endpoints, and for a line we saw that it can extend on both the sides indefinitely. Now again, ray is also a part of a line, but it has only one endpoint and it can extend indefinitely on the other side. It is like a combination of both line and line segment. Yes, it has got one endpoint from the line segment and indefinitely extending quality from the line. What is a ray here now? See, this is an example of ray. It has an endpoint A and it can extend indefinitely on the other end. It has endpoint on one side and extends indefinitely on the other side. And how do we denote a ray, children? See here, for line segment we wrote like this with a small line. For line we have placed arrows on both the sides. Now for our ray, if we are talking about ray AB, we place just a arrow mark. Yes, this indicates one end point and again extending indefinitely on the other side. Understood, children? How do we write our line segment? Suppose these are the 2 points of the, we are talking about ray, right? Our end point, one end point is A, and then we can take any other point on the ray. Suppose B. So this is ray AB. How do we denote it? We write both the points of the ray and upon that we place an arrow mark like this. Is this clear? Ray AB. This is how we denote ray AB. Now exercise 6.1. Name the following figures as point, line, line segment or ray. Now we are clear about these four concepts. Yes, we know what is a point, what is a line, what is a line segment and what is a ray. Now from the given options or from the given questions we have to find out or name them as point, line, line segment or ray. Coming to the first one, A. It is having one end point and it can extend indefinitely on the other side. So what is this, children? It is a ray. It is a ray. And what is the name of the ray? PQ. the name of the ray is PQ. As it is a ray, we'll place a arrow mark like this. Yes. Coming to question B. Again, it is having an end point on one side and it can extend indefinitely on the other side. So again, B is also a ray. And what is the name? The name of the ray is OP, and as it is a ray, we have to place this arrow mark above. Don't forget to draw this, children. Coming to C, this C can extend indefinitely on both the sides. That means our C, figure C is a line. And what is the name of the line? LM. And as it is a line, we'll draw a line with two arrow marks on both the sides. Yes, it is important that you write this on the top. So that helps us to determine whether the given figure is a line segment, ray. Okay, children. Coming to question D. Our figure D has two endpoints. So what is it? It is a line segment. And what is the name of this line segment? DE. And as it is a line segment, above DE we'll just draw a line. Coming to question E. Again, it has two endpoints. So it is a line segment. Write both the endpoints AB, and above that we'll draw a small line. Now coming to question F, we just have a point. So our question C is point, and what is its name? It is point C. Is this clear, children? The ray, line segment and point. G has no end points. It can extend on both the sides. So again, it is a line. Its name is GH. Line GH. Coming to H, it is a point V. Now next question 2. How many name the rays and lines in the following figure? In this figure, we have to name all the rays and lines. What is a ray first? Here one we have already given with an example, ray OS. It is starting at O and it is extending in the direction of S. So ray OS. Similarly, what are the other rays that we have? OR. Ray OR. Then we have ray OQ. Then we have ray OP. Then we have ray OW. Then we have ray OV. Then we have ray OU. Then we have ray OT. So all these are the rays that are present in the given figure. How many rays do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rays. The given figure has 8 rays, children. Again, what is a ray? It has one end point and it can extend indefinitely on the other side. Now what is the next that we have to find out? We have to name the lines in the figure. For example, one is already done for us, line TP. See, because of this on top, I can read it as a line. Yes, so line TP. Line TP is here. It can extend on both the sides. Similarly, what else do we have? We have line UQ. Then we have line VR. Then we have line SW. Yes, so these are the 4 lines that are present in the given figure, children. Now coming to angles. What did we learn just now? We have learnt about points, lines, rays and line segments. Now coming to angles. The concept here is angles. In the previous, yes children. So what is it? What do you mean by corners and sides? We have already learned what is corner and a side. What is the corner? As you can see, this is a corner here. And what is the side? Side is where two faces meet. Yes or no? We have learnt in the previous classes that side is where two faces meet. And what is a corner? Corner is where two sides meet. So what is this angle now? What do you mean by corner? A corner is a place where two or more sides meet. Yes, see here, these two sides are meeting. So this forms a corner. Now the two sides which meet at a corner form an angle. In geometry, when two rays meet at a point, they form an angle. So what are they saying? When these two sides meet, when these two sides meet together, it is called as a corner. The place where the two sides meet is called as a corner, and when these two sides meet, the sides tend to make an angle. As you can see here, this is one side and this is one side. When these two meet at a corner, they tend to make an angle. This is called as our angle. In geometry, these are two rays, right? One, we are having an end point, and then on the other side it can extend. The arm can extend. See, so these are two rays. Now two rays are meeting here. So when two rays meet at a point, they form an angle. This blue color in the line is our angle. How did we get this angle? When two rays meet at a point, we get an angle, and also when two sides meet, they form an angle at the corner. We can see angles all around us in everyday life. For example, see children, okay, see even here, and even this scissors we use in everyday life, yes or no? So in this scissors here, these two rays, these are nothing but rays here in the form of a ray. See, this is our starting point, and on this side it is open. So what is this? These two rays are joining here. This forms an angle. In the same way, what are the other angles here? See, if we take these two rays, this will be an angle. If we take these two rays, this will be an angle. If we take these two rays, this will be an angle. Even in this figure here, this is a table. This is a table. See, these two rays. Let us take a different color. These two rays are joining here, so this forms an angle. Again, these two rays are joining to form an angle. These two rays are joining to form an angle. Even here, this can be an angle, this can be an angle. So whenever two rays join at a point, what is it? When two rays meet at a point, they form an angle. And also when two sides meet, they form an angle at the corner. See, a few more examples of our daily life. That means in daily life, we can see many objects around us, and all those objects have different angles. For example, here look at this signboard. If we take these two rays, they are meeting here and form an angle. Again, if we take these two rays, they meet and form an angle. Again, if we take these two rays, they meet and form an angle. Again, these two rays, they form an angle. So whenever we have two rays meeting together, we get an angle. Even for this book, children, see here we have an angle. This will be an angle, and again this will be one angle, and this will be another angle. All these are angles. Where two rays are meeting together, they form an angle. And these are some real life examples. What are they? Real life examples of where we can find angles. Now, parts of an angle. Consider the rays OA and OB. They are meeting at point O and forming an angle. So what did we learn about an angle? We learned that two rays meet to form an angle. So here we are having two rays. What are the rays? Ray OA and ray OB. See, these two rays are meeting together. Where are they meeting? At O. At O. As these two rays are meeting at O, we are having an angle here. We are having an angle here. So the point where these two rays meet is called as the vertex of the angle. Hence, O is the vertex. See here children, these two rays, where are they meeting? They are meeting at our point O. Yes, they are meeting at our point O. So O will be called as our vertex. O will be called as our vertex. Now the rays which form the angle are called the arms of the angle. Here OA and OB are the arms. Now we are having two rays, right? What are the rays OA and OB which are forming an angle? Which are forming an angle. So these two rays are called as the arms of the angle. What are the parts we have learned now children? The point where our rays meet is called as the vertex, and the rays which meet to form an angle are called as the arms of the angle. And what are the arms here? Ray OA and ray OB are the arms. The angle is named as angle AOB or angle BOA. This symbol is used to write the word angle. Angle AOB is written as angle AOB and angle BOA is written as angle BOA. The middle letter denotes the angle to which we are referring. It is always the vertex of the angle. Now coming to naming our angle. So what should we call this as? It always, here the angle will be named as AOB. It can be angle AOB children. Look at this symbol, it looks like an L. This is L, right? So similar to L we have this symbol. Okay, similar to L we have this symbol which is like a less than symbol. This denotes angle. So whenever we have this symbol we read it as angle. Just like this. Okay, suppose if we have this symbol above AB, what will we read it as? Line AB. Yes, in the same way this symbol denotes angle. So angle AOB, the name would be angle AOB, or we can also call it as angle BOA. So we can go in either of the directions. We can go AOB or we can go as BOA children. But one thing to remember is that the middle letter, the angle's name consists of 3 letters, right? So the middle letter should always be the vertex. Here the vertex is O. I cannot write my angle name as OAB. I cannot write my angle name as OAB. Why? Because the middle letter here A is not the vertex. It is not the vertex. Understood? Always the middle letter should be our vertex, and that is what the angle we are referring to. That will be our angle name. Angle O, nothing but angle AOB or angle BOA. Both are correct. What is our angle name? It can be called as angle AOB or it can be called as angle BOA. Now exercise 6.2. Identify and mark the different angles. So what are the angles here children? See, these two are joining here. So this will be our angle. Again here, 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 here. These are our angles for our party, heart and book. Now for this table, we'll have an angle here, here, here and here, even here. Okay, so all these are angles where two sides meet or where two rays meet. Where two rays meet or where two sides meet, we always form an angle. See here, these two are meeting, so an angle. These two are meeting, angle. So all these are the angles in the objects that we see in everyday life. Now question 2. Mark the angles in the following figures. Write the names of the angles, their vertices and arms. So what should we do? Where is the angle forming here children? Both the rays are meeting at B, so this would be our angle. So what will be the angle name? It can be ABC or CBA. You have to put the angle symbol first The angle's name is, let us give it as ABC. Now what is the vertex here? What is the vertex, children? Vertex is the point where our rays meet. So that is B. And what are the arms? Arms are nothing but our rays. BA and BC. Ray BA and ray BC are the arms for our angle. For question B, now what is this here? It is missing O. Okay. What is this? What is the angle name? The rays are joining here. So this will be our angle. Angle name can be OMN or it can be NMO. Yes. And what is the vertex? They are joining or the meeting at M. So M is the vertex. And what are the arms, children? NM, ray NM and ray MO. These two are our arms. Okay. Now question C. Question C. See again, what is the angle here? These two rays are joining at E, meeting at E. So the angle would be here. The angle name would be DEF or it can be angle FED. What is the rule for writing the angle name? It is that the middle letter should always be our vertex. So what is the vertex here, children? They are joining at E, they are meeting at E. So E is the vertex. Coming to the arms are ray EF and ray ED. And also while writing the ray name, children, start with the point. Start with the name of the point and then end with the other point. Understood? End with the other point. See, write the name as ED but not as DE. Understood? So first write the point and then write the letter of the side which is extending indefinitely. Okay. So what are the arms here? The arms are ray ED and ray EF. I hope this is clear, children. We have learned about what are angles and also what are the different parts of an angle. We'll end our today's class here and learn more about geometry in the coming.
Visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other information regarding online classes, quizzes, live worksheets, DIY activities, English classes and coding. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.